Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Comedian Tracy Morgan was hanging out signing autographs and taking pictures with fans when a blast from his past popped up. A guy who he knew from his childhood. He approached him and announced his name. I'm William. And the dude was like, "Yeah, William, I remember you." And he said, "Can I get some food or something?" And then Tracy said, "Don't be talking to me like I owe you something." But it was like, "Yeah, I'm homeless." Tracy said, "What that got to do with me?" He said, "Yeah, you was talking SHIT when we were kids." Check it out, fam. I want you to watch this video and tell me what you would have done if you were in Tracy Morgan's
I'll tell you.
position.
I remember. Don't talk to me like I owe you something. I didn't say that, my boy. Did I get something, please? No. When we was younger. Yeah, but I'm homeless, boy. So what that got to do with me? I ain't do that.
But calling him boy, I don't know about that.
Can I get a picture with my sister?
All right, fam, where you stand? You cool with that? Give me a thumbs up.
I'm getting angry thinking about a bully. Another one now.
2 thumbs up if you're feeling this homeless homeboy.
That's too bad, but
I'll
hey,
give you a few moments to think about it.
that's too bad.
Okay, time's up. I'm homeless. I ain't do that.
That's the Willie D. I remember that's the Willie D. slow clap. I remember that.
I ain't got no problem with that, and here's why. I've been in the exact same position.
Yeah.
And people have a sense of entitlement to your money, to your earnings, to your hard work, because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. So now that you done went out and put the work in, you made all of the sacrifices, you stayed up late at night, you stayed in, you went to work, you put your head down, and everybody else was out there partying and BSing and drinking and smoking, whatever. You was handling your business. You build it while they're out there cutting the carpet somewhere.
Cutting the carpet.
And next thing you know, now you got it, and they feel entitled to the money you work for. Now, there's several layers to this onion, so I'm going to peel back each one of them one at a time.
His word talk, word play. There's several words to this onion. He's something else. Willie D, you something else. But I got something to say about this. Let him talk. I know it's 13 minutes. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but I got something to say about this bully. I'm getting hot over here, thinking about something. Getting hot.
Let me just share an experience with you that I had.
Well, let's hear
That
it.
was a dude that I went to school with. He was in ROTC.
Oh, military.
Let's call him Frank, because that's his real name. Okay, so Frank was always clean. You know, he had the penny loafers with the quarter in it. He was always sharp, tight haircut, whatever. And my clothes wasn't so tight. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it wasn't right. Kind of dingy, but clean. I was always clean. Clothes wasn't too flat, right? So one day, Frank decides that he wants to rag on my rags. So I hit him with overhand right. We get into a fight. Boom. We get suspended. 3 days later, 4 days later, we come back to school after our 3-day suspension, and he starts up again. We get into a fight again. Then this time we get in school suspension.
ISS, yeah.
Oh,
come on, man. It was getting good. Now I want to hear this. It's ad business. No.
Fast forward, maybe about 4 or 5 years after high school, I hit. Music is hot. I'm charting. I'm touring. I'm on TV. I'm on the radio. You can't miss me. I come through my old neighborhood close to the school in my drop top Maserati. It's the weekend. I'm feeling good. I'm fresh. I got my jewelry on. I got stacks in both pockets. This is back in the day when I first started getting money, fam. Yeah, I did it too. You know, I used to have it. I'd have 10 stacks in each pocket, front pocket, right? So that's how I'm rolling. And I got that thing on me too, right? So I come through the McDonald's parking lot and I see Frank. He's walking through the parking lot. And he looked like a dope fiend. Teeth messed up, hair all scrungy. And I say, Frank. He looked, he say, oh, what's up, Willie D? I say, what's up, man? He say, I say, you all right, man? Yeah. I say, you know, where you going, man? You need a ride? Nah, I'm cool. I say, well, you need some money, man? Nah, I'm cool. He like, nah, I'm cool. I say, nah, man, here, take this. So I dig in my left pocket and I give him what I had in that left pocket. Wow. I know it was close to 10,000. I don't know what it was exactly.
Wow.
But, you know, I used to have stacks like that in both pockets, so I knew it was close to 10,000. So I just handed it to him. I tried to hand it to him. First he wouldn't take it. I said, come on, man. Man, if you don't take this money, man, I'm just going to throw it out the window, man, and somebody else going to pick it up. So go ahead and take it. So he took the money, he walked off, and I never saw him again. To this day, I haven't seen him. Now, I told you this story to say that before I got hot, it was always my dream to come back and rub it in everybody's face who thought I would never amount to anything.
Yeah, people be trying to say you go, yeah.
To get on top and come back and rub it in their faces, right? And Frank was one of the main ones that I had, in the crosshairs. But when I saw him, instead of feeling, some type of excitement, I felt pity. And it wasn't even, I didn't have to think about it. I just automatically kicked in. I just kicked in. And I didn't think about it. And I really didn't even think about the whole idea of rubbing it in his face and all of that when the moment that I saw him. I didn't even think about any of the negative thoughts that I had about him in that moment. All I saw was a dude that I knew that I thought was in need and that was down on his luck.
Well, you nicer than most, because I wish I would become a multi-millionaire helping out the bully. So I know how you two feels about some of this stuff, but I could have been killed back there. Yeah, what happened? Because what the hell? Not to get into, not to make a long ass video, but what the hell is a 10-year-old gonna skinny as crap back then gonna do to a 16, 17-year-old? And these were big teenagers jumping a little kid in the woods. That's a damn pussy, bitch. Jumping a kid in the woods. The hell he gonna do to you? And making it worse, just losing the two family members like a couple years before that. So your head's already gone, messed up. I wish I would have gave him 10 million about that. 10,000 about that. That was bad there, boy. Could have been eliminated back then. Nobody would have known nothing. Because across the street from this park, it wasn't necessarily wood, but it was like a wooded area. And how nobody heard nothing. That's crazy. And like I said, These were these was big teenagers, and they could have easily, even though they was like 17, they could have easily passed for 20 years old because they was big teenagers. It's like, what's a 10-year-old, 11-year-old gonna do to you out there? Even if it's like today, they have 11-year-olds that's like 6'5", ready for basketball camp. He's still 10, 11 years old. He's still a kid. He's like 17. You damn near grown. So beating up. Shit. If I had known some strong martial arts back then or something, it might have been different. But yeah, that's bad there. Jumping on a little kid.
So I shot him that bread and went on.
Nobody had my back. I was alone out there.
I did that, but because that's how I felt at that moment. If you caught me on another day, I may not have been so generous. I may not have been so generous.
No, I don't forget, so I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Day,
I don't forget.
For whatever reason, on that day, at that moment, I saw him and I gave him the blessing. Having said that, I can understand Tracy Morgan's position. I can understand it because some people are so cruel that they sometimes shape, when you're in school, middle school, high school, sometimes people can be so cruel that they shape your worldview. And it'll...
Yeah, and you hate, they just say, oh man, that's just kid stuff. And then I tell you what happened to me back there. They people defending this fuck, talking about oh, it wasn't that bad. I was like, you wasn't there. Shoot, I was ready to throw that person on the ground. Talking about it wasn't that bad. Know about that? And somebody wasn't that bad.
Affects your relationships in life going forward. And so, whatever happened to Tracy Morgan and that dude, he did that to Tracy Morgan, and he got to eat that. He got to eat that.
People don't forget, that's why.
Okay, let's say God stepped in his life, and maybe he was an old bitter, cruel dude in the past, but now he's realized the error of his ways, and now he's walking with God, and we don't know the backstory, so show a little grace, have a little grace. No,
it's not.
Same energy.
No, because like I said, people don't forget. Some stuff you just ain't letting slide. Like I remember, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the bully movie now. The one kid that eliminated himself. Remember that? They had he was in the gym or something. What did they say happened? No, because some high schools had a shower. He was in the gym. He went to shower, and they took all his gear. They took all his stuff. So when he came out the shower, he had nothing to put on. They not a towel or nothing. He didn't have nothing. So and they kept messing with the kid like every day. And it was like every day he went through that crap. He had enough. So yeah. I don't know. Some stuff is just you can't forgive and letting it slide. Come on, let it slide, man. I was like, I don't know. It's letting it slide. It's letting it slide business. Yeah. We're not talking about throwing your books on the floor. So I'm talking about the hardcore bullying. Like I just told you, and like I said, the other bully, the neighbor. I mean, they're all bad bully, but the neighborhood bully is worse because you got to see his face every damn day. The one at school, at least you get somewhat of a break. You go home, but you got to see this dude. Neighborhood bully, cutting corners just to try to get home because your house is up the street, so you probably got to walk. Not a mile, but like a couple of blocks before you get to your house. So, but yeah, back then I was a little too skinny. It's how you could shoot run back then, boy. Cause oh boy, you rather have a damn well, I don't know about this, but you might rather have a damn dog chasing you than the bully. I don't know. So But yeah. Oh, if I had a dog back then, woo, he got loose. I wouldn't even have cared if they got. I said I didn't care if a 747 had smashed into him. So I ain't. I was hot. That was disgusting.